Hello! Welcome to Christian Quizmaster. I'm so excited to be inviting this panel of special guests to answer some serious questions from our children. Are you ready, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the audience, the rules are going to work like this. We're going to present questions to this amazing panel, and they have to achieve the answers. They're working as a team, they're not working against each other. If one of the team members can't answer the question, they will be able to use a lifeline. And the first lifeline is the light bulb. The light bulb will offer them a Bible verse to help them answer. The phone a friend means they can pass on the question to another member of the team. And the ultimate lifeline is to ask Google. They will only be able to ask Google for one question at one time. Now that we've run through the rules, let's play Quizmaster. Round number one. For £100, we are coming to Laura Turpey first. Laura Turpey, your question is, how did global warming start?
Okay, I would say that humans, in their wisdom, didn't look after the planet properly and started to burn things and make things that didn't help look after the planet. And in that, we've ended up breaking it.
That's a fantastic answer. Thank you, Laura. We have got to the next level. We're into round two. For £500, Reverend Alex Brown. Your question is, why can't God stop global warming?
Wow, why can't God stop global warming? Well, God can do anything he wants to do, but I think God takes very seriously that he's kind of given responsibility for looking after things to humans, and he's not about to just kind of snaffle that back. Oh no, I'll take control now. He's kind of a mix of us having responsibility. So I think that's he could, but he wants to see what we're going to do.
Thank you, Alex. Well done. For £1,000, we are going to Reverend John Bell. John, do dogs go to heaven?
Wow. Do dogs go to heaven? That's a difficult one to answer. We don't actually know. The Bible doesn't say without any doubt that dogs do go to heaven. But equally, it doesn't say that they don't go to heaven. Animals were created by God just as humans were. Humans are different. We're created differently. We're created with a soul. We are tasked by God to look after all of the planet. So that includes all the animals around us as well. But Isaiah, I think it is, does talk about that animals will be present in the new world, will be present in heaven. So I can only suggest that means that dogs probably will go to heaven.
That's fantastic news for all those pet lovers. Well done, team. Congratulations. You've reached the £1,000 milestone. Yes. You're doing really well, team, answering these questions. Good going. Round 4 for £8,000. And the question is coming to you, Laura Turpey. Remember, you can use your lifelines as these questions get harder. Did God place dinosaurs on the earth? And if so, what happened to them anyway? Laura, can you take this question?
Well, I don't know if I can, because it's quite a difficult one, because no humans were around when dinosaurs were here. So I can't think of any passages in the Bible that talk about dinosaurs. So maybe I should pass this question. Who should I pass it to? Alex, would you like to have a go?
I'm happy to take the call. Yes. I can have a go. Well, I mean, are we allowed to use the light bulb one as well?
Yep. Yes, you may. You may use the light bulb one.
Yeah.
This Bible verse may or may not help you.
No.
It's certainly relevant. Genesis 1 verses 25 says, God made all kinds of wild animals. He made all kinds of livestock. He made all kinds of creatures that move along the ground. And God saw that it was good.
Well, that has helped me. So I think that definitely says that everything that has ever been created anywhere was made by God. So the fact that dinosaurs were here, God must have made them. And what happened to them at the moment, nobody really knows. There's theories about a massive meteorite that crashed into the Earth. But the Bible has a story, as do a whole load of different cultures around the world, of a global flood that kind of took everything away at the same time. And that would kind of explain why we've got a huge fossil record, because you don't get fossils by things just dying, you get fossils by things being covered up. So that would explain that. But at the moment, there are theories, but no one's quite sure what happened to the dinosaurs. It changes every decade. There's a new theory.
Well, I'm impressed with the fact that you know that there are theories out there.
Thank you.
It seems that you've pulled together a good answer for that one, using all of your lifelines, though. Let's see. I mean, we're only on 8,000, guys. We've got a long way to go. So, Alex, for £16,000, how can God exist if no one created him?
£1,000 a lot of money. I think I'm going to have to use a light bulb to just double check.
So this is your light bulb clue. Colossians 1 verse 17 says, before anything was created, he was already there. He holds everything together. That's
really helped me. So yeah, before anything else was created, God was already there. And the Bible says that right from the beginning of the Bible, God already was there. So the question is, how can he exist if no one created him? But we just know that God is. He always has been, he always is, and he always will be. And he's like he exists outside of time. So we're stuck in time, like time moves along, and we're like here, and we can see yesterday and tomorrow, but God's not like that. God's like right up here, outside of all of that. So he doesn't work like we work. So we can't understand it, but we have to believe that God always has been there.
A creator doesn't have to behave in the same way as his creation. Exactly. Yeah. Well done, guys. We are moving through these rounds. You've reached the £64,000 milestone.
Yes.
All right. Let's take it to the next one. John Bell, this is your question. Did the creation really happen in 6 days?
Did the creation really happen in 6 days? Well, there's lots of different thoughts on that. I'm going to use light bulb because I'm curious to see what Bible verse you've got for me.
Okay. Your light bulb lifeline is Psalm 95, verses 4 to 5. The deepest places on earth are his, and the highest mountains belong to him. The sea is his because he made it. He created the land with his own hands.
That's really useful. I mean, we often hear Genesis quoted and the 6 days that God created the world in. But it's not really something that God would have done in the way that we understand 6 days. I certainly think of it as being sort of periods of time that the different things happened in phases, which is why we can say from the previous question that God created the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs were around millions of years before we were, but that doesn't mean that God didn't create them in part of that created order. So I don't think it was created in 6 days, and certainly the psalm that you read out there, Ruth, doesn't specify that. Genesis does, but I think that's just an easy way for us to grasp the story of creation.
Thank you very much, John Bell. We are moving on to £250,000. Okay, and we are back at Laura Turpey. Laura, can you take this question? Can God make mistakes?
Can I hear a Bible verse? Can we have a light bulb?
Yeah, we don't want to muck this up.
Because I've got a theory of what I think, but I want to see what your Bible verse is.
Okay. The Bible verse is Isaiah 55, verse 9. The heavens are higher than the earth, and my ways are higher than your ways. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. That's the voice of God.
Okay, that sometimes in my life, if I prayed for something and it hasn't happened and it's felt like that's a mistake, that God should have intervened, that can feel like God has failed and he's made a mistake. But actually later on, sometimes I can realize that actually he had a better understanding of what was coming next, and it would have been wrong to fix the problem that I thought he should have, because he is bigger and better and has more understanding than anything I can imagine. So no, I don't think he does make mistakes. He just does things in a different way to how I would necessarily want him to do them.
Thank you very much for that answer, Laura Turpey. Moving us on to the £1 million question.
No pressure.
Alex Brown.
Can John take this one?
You do still have the final lifeline, by the way.
Okay.
I'm glad that we haven't had to use Google. The £1 million question is landing on Alex Brown. How do you be a good Christian?
Oh.
Wow. That kind of is the £1 million question, isn't it? How do you be a good Christian? Well, I spent a long time at Bible college, actually, and one of the times we had our head of studies had a massive Q&A session with all of us, and somebody asked him that question: how do I get it right? How do I make sure I'm doing the right thing? And he said, you're going to be really bored by this answer because it's really predictable, but here's the answer. Believe in Jesus. Believe that Jesus died for you, that he can swaps with you, and that you are now in a place where you are with God. And it's not because you're great, it's because of what Jesus did. Pray, meet with other Christians, and worship him with your lifestyle.
Thank you for that £1 million answer, Alex. Well done, guys. You have defeated the Quizmaster.
Woo!
You will be receiving your millions within the next week.
Yes.
So thank you for being special guests on the show. Would anybody like to say any final words?
I'd like to thank my mum and my agent.
Don't forget to join us again for the next episode of Quizmaster, where we'll have a whole new panel of special guests.
Thank you.
Thank you and good night.